You are a dirty girl. Good morning, guys. And when I say guys, I mean guys, because I just looked at my YouTube analytics and my viewership is 100% guys. Anyways, it's a gorgeous day. I'm gonna head out and grab a car wash real quick here, and we're gonna talk about the top 5 things that I love about this car. There we go, much better. And so for number 1, we're gonna start with the most obvious thing, and that is crowd control. Nah, I'm just playing, I had to do that one. So seriously though, number 1 on the list is gonna be, you know what, I'm just gonna say it. This is the best looking Mustang ever. I mean, come on. In my opinion, we're talking about the perfect combination of an ode to the old fastback Mustang style mixed with modern bodyline. A much more aggressive look than the previous generation, if you ask me. The thing that I love most on it is the hood, the snarling, the flares on the hood. When you're behind the wheel with that in front of you, it's really hard not to put your pedal to the floor. And the great thing is that they look awesome stock, whether there's no spoiler on it or it has the little deck lid spoiler like I have on mine. They look super aggressive and super sexy at the same time. And pretty much every color that it came in looks amazing too. Now, as usual with the Mustang, this is a car that can definitely benefit from lowering it. I'm glad that mine came spec'd with the 18-inch wheels, but I think if I'm to drop it 1 inch, just, oh. And the next thing on the list that I want to talk about is the bang for your buck. The 2015 to 2017 V6s can be had for around 15 grand US and around 20 grand Canadian. So you have to ask yourself, you have the option of getting a brand new base Honda Civic or a 300 horsepower naturally aspirated V6 with barely any mileage on it. So when you think about it that way, and you pair it with the fact that this generation got a great upgrade in the interior quality, you're getting a lot of power in a refined car that doesn't leave much wants on the table. The only thing the V6s were really missing with options was like heated seats and satellite radio. Now, the next thing on the list that I love about this car is Ford's track apps. This comes with every model of the S550s. And if you're like me, you're gonna wanna take it to the track and take advantage of some of this stuff. So here you got the accelerometer that's gonna show you the G-forces from the braking and the acceleration. The really cool one, you get the acceleration timer. Now, this car isn't equipped with launch control, but you still have your options. I'm in Canada here, so this is kilometers an hour. So this is 0 to 60 in the States. So you can choose an automatic start, and basically you press OK. I think it gives you a 5-second window. When you hit the throttle, then it's gonna start. And you could also choose the countdown start, which is basically gonna give you the Christmas tree lights like a drag strip. And you can see your 0 to 60 time there. You can do lap timers if you're going on the track. It'll also store your best and most recent times as well too. And just another thing to add on to that, so this isn't part of the track apps, but if you go to the gauge mode, you get all this data here. So check your oil pressure, oil temperature, transmission oil temperature. You can check the inlet air temperature. Of course, you get the tire pressure monitoring system. So the fact that all that came in a base model V6 is pretty cool, and it's really a testament to Mustang fans in general to include this in every single model. Because let's be honest, there are obviously people that just buy one of these, they're not driving them hard. You know, there's some Karens out there just like, I just want to own a Mustang, you know? Probably never even go into these track apps and stuff, but it's a testament to the people that are the core Mustang fans, right? Like, you're buying a Mustang, known as the most Instagrammed car in the world. This is a car that people love. Chances are they're gonna drag it or they're gonna do something car enthusiast related with it. To include that speaks volumes. And brand new, the base model V6 started around 24,000, depending on whether you got the one optional package that came with it and whether you got manual or automatic. And also to add on to the bang for your buck part of this, because this is something that I was deciding when I bought the car, obviously, was that the GT was about $9,000 to $10,000 more. Sure, you're getting a hell of a lot more car with it, a V8, V8, everything that goes along with that. Coyote engine is amazing, obviously. But if you're somebody that's happy with the specs of the V6, just know that you could toss $1,000, $2,000 into this car. Let's say $1,000. Do cold air intake, because that's gonna drastically change the sound of the engine. It makes it sound much deeper and nastier. And then get the MPT tune with it, and you know, just like that, you can really get a hell of a lot more out of this car. And the next thing on the list that I love about this car is the comfort. Again, a lot of the stuff with the interior, soft to the touch. Steering wheel is super comfortable, and you actually have the option to change the steering setting. So there's a comfort option on here. If you just want to go out for a drive, not drive aggressively, just relax, listen to some music, listen to a podcast, throw this thing in comfort steering, drive it in regular drive mode. The shifts are smooth, the steering is super easy, and you can just kind of coast and enjoy it. I know that's not what people are looking for in a Mustang, obviously, but the option is there. But more importantly to me, anyways, you're driving this in sport, you're driving it hard. You got these nice cloth seats that bolster you well. The suspension is much better than in previous generations of the Mustang. So you're not necessarily always clenching your butt cheek, hoping that the rear stays on the ground. You definitely feel pretty planted in the car. Not too much body roll, going into the corners too hard. Overall, it can be a really comfortable ride, or it can be a really raw and aggressive drive, depending on how you drive it. And to me, having the option for both is an important thing to me, and also just adds to the bang for your buck part of it. The seats also have nice adjustable headrests for taller people like me. You got yourself a power driver's side seat with power lumbar support too, and manual reclining. Also talking about comfort, the steering wheel is now telescopic, so you get full capability to get it in the right position for you. And there's also a really big center column with a nice padded armrest, which is actually the lid for the middle console. And the last thing on the list, the top 5 things that I love about this car, is something that I'm learning pretty quickly here, and that is the V6 community. So this is the last of the Cyclone V6s, and the community is staying pretty strong. Obviously, we take a lot of from some of the 5.0 bros that want to chirp us. All the love that I've been getting on the YouTube comments and stuff like that is just very encouraging, and it just makes you prouder to own this car too. But it is nice every once in a while when you get a comment from a GT owner and they tell you how underrated the V6 is and stuff like that, and they completely respect it. So